Happy New Year, everybody. It's the College Football Kickoff Show being brought to you exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. It's yours truly, Braden Rodeman. Let's dive into what lies ahead for your New Year's Eve tonight and for your New Year's Day tomorrow. And in the case of those of you who follow the FCS, next Monday night, we're going to start things with Montana State and North Dakota State for the FCS championship. We're going to go ahead and make the pick right now. As enticing as it is for me to want to see Montana State achieve perfection, I was crazy to pick Montana State to beat New Mexico when the season began. I'm not taking them this time around. Because I'll tell you, if I did, first off, I'd probably end up wearing a Montana State Champions t-shirt or a ball cap or something like that. Instead, I am going to take North Dakota State. They've been far removed, 2 years removed from their last national championship. So another banner, I believe, is going to be hung in that little dome of theirs up there at North Dakota. So we're starting things off with the Bison. For those of you who aren't familiar with the FCS, their championship game is Monday night. ESPN's got it for you. Yes, it's Monday Night Football, FCS style. At least that'll be watchable because it's a championship game. On to the Peach Bowl, Arizona State and Texas. If you like running games or if you like run defenses, this is going to be a fun one. Wisner, Scattaboo. Okay, let's throw the quarterbacks into the mix too. Levitt, Ewers, Hanning. It's not your prototypical matchup. In fact, I don't think I can ever recall the last time the two teams played against each other. Pretty sure Arizona State and Texas have hooked up at some point. And my memory bank is completely crammed, so I couldn't tell you one way or the other. But being that this is the Peach Bowl, if there is an upset to be had, as I look at these lanyards, this would be the one to do it. And as crazy as it is for me to even do this, never mind hooking the horns, I'd rather stab them. I'm going to take Arizona State on, I was going to say on the road. Well, technically, they are on the road. They're going to be a good ways away from home. This is such a strange bowl game for them as it is anyway. As is with Texas. They're playing in Atlanta. That's it is SEC territory. And yes, we know Texas is in the SEC. They're probably trying to manufacture some kind of plot to get Georgia and Texas in the championship game for the third part of this unexpected trilogy that we didn't ask for. To each their own, I say. I'll save you guys the trouble right now. Let's jump to the Sugar Bowl real quick. Georgia, Notre Dame. I love this. I absolutely love this. You don't have Carson Beck, and that's the beginning of the problems for Georgia. For Notre Dame, you simply have to do your best with your best. But I'll tell you what, if I'm Marcus Freeman, I better go into this game with that same approach that Notre Dame did when they played Army. Go in there with violent intentions. More importantly, as much as I like to put one of those on, I got the ace card right here because I got a funny feeling Notre Dame might be on the cusp of something wonderful here. Might be. I'm not wholeheartedly positive on this, but I think there might be something that suggests that their time might be coming this year. I don't know. We'll find out. With half of this clip still to go, we manufactured it perfectly. We already got 5 picks, or 5 picks. 3 games picked in 5 minutes. Let's see what we do here. Tonight, Boise State, Penn State, the Fiesta Bowl. Love this. Because somebody's going home with 1 loss to their Fiesta Bowl history. Penn State's played in this thing 7 times and won all 7. The most notable was a groundbreaker, beating Miami 14-10. I could still hear the call from Charlie Jones. Intercepted, Giftobulus! That was a very special night. We were all Penn State fans that night, no question. Fast forwarding to 2007. Boise State beating Oklahoma in perhaps the greatest game that I had ever seen, regular season, postseason, or otherwise. Another groundbreaker, and we were all Boise State fans that night. So now comes this. Really the culmination of those groundbreakings now leads us to this expanded college football playoff. One in which now has both teams going at it for a shot at the semifinals. Somebody's going home with an L. Who's it going to be? Well, I'll tell you this. If there's one thing I don't like, it's schools that think they have a sense of entitlement, thinking that they are who they say they are, when in reality, they're not. Ashton Genty, you know what to do. Get the horses out of the stable and run wild and run free. Go Broncos. And now, with under 3 minutes to go, I get to take these off because now the final pick is about to be made. Tomorrow's Rose Bowl. And true to form, I dropped the Lanyard. No surprise there. Ohio State and Oregon, you guys know the story all too well. I probably could have done a separate show just for this matchup alone because, as a good many of you watching this know, I have a very fond love for that great bowl game, no matter who plays in it. But because of the fact we have Ohio State and Oregon playing in this championship game, or, well, it feels like a championship game. Let's put it that way. I mean, Ohio State, we look at them and, you know, fresh removed from the debacle against Michigan and against all odds, and the fact that Tennessee took over the horseshoe, Ohio State came out and showed everybody why they're still relevant. It'd be easy for me to acknowledge that, and I will, because they're a team that is that good. Running game solid, wide receivers best in the country, I think. And then you have that vaunted defense that I'm sure is going to look for ways to change things up. Now with a minute to go, we got to wrap this up. Despite it all, I am taking Oregon. 2020 Rose Bowl champions when they beat Wisconsin. 2015 when they beat Florida State. And yes, I'm taking Oregon again. Fate's been good to me this year. I would love to have another Lanyard around my neck. It's probably going to be the hardest Rose Bowl, I think, that they'll ever try to win, especially considering that they're undefeated. But I believe it'll be a Duck Day for sure. And with that, we bid you adieu for the College Football Kickoff Show. From all of me to all of you, Brandon Rutherman signing off with seconds left. Have yourselves a great day, and Happy New Year, everybody.